make things come together, how our differences bound us. There's also a lot of similarities. I hope he doesn't mind. But we found out we're the same age, like a month apart. So in some of these talks, when it's a lull, like I'll say things about that are, from 1975 when we were 18 years old. I was living in New York City. And say, wow, you remember David Bowie and Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars? And he's kind of like, no. We're really different, but it's really better.
Well, this is really a huge surprise, I have to tell you. My friends pulled this over on me for sure. I was just coming to support this like I love to do, and you are a bad man. we just met together a few days ago, and you didn't hint at this at all. So I'm a little bit overwhelmed, and I'm usually not very much without words. It kind of strikes me that way today. When I met Jim, we met because there were concerns on his part about me getting involved in CARES. He didn't know me, I didn't know him, and the stigma between the church community and the gay community is real, and we certainly fed that and deserved the stigma. And so when we met, it was to try to determine whether I should be involved at all, given our history. And so our initial meeting turned into a friendship really quite immediately, and it's been one of the treasures of my life in my journey that I appreciate so deeply. And Jim is now, I can say, my dear friend, and we meet still as often as we can to keep up to date with what we are doing in the community, to learn from each other. I've learned a lot from him and from many of you in this room, from my involvement on CARES in the committee, and all the different members of that committee, I feel like have fed into my life and into my learning and into turning my ignorance into knowledge, which I think has removed a lot of the barriers simply by being educated properly and learning what we can do to come together. We're united by the commonness of our humanness and what God has put into our life. So Jim was wondering whether God exists and wondering if I should be involved at all. I'm trying to convince him there is a real God. But that's not the basis of our relationship. It's just part of our conversation along the way. And what's the uniting factor is if we care about one another and we care about people. And this community I treasure because I feel like we have a great unity in our community. And our differences are beginning to fade across the city. I believe that. And I want to be a part of that, removing the differences. And so thank you for this. I'm overwhelmed, truly, and I'm excited about where we're at and where we're going, and that we'll continue developing bonds of friendship and working together to make a difference in our community. You are the difference, and I appreciate receiving this here tonight. Thank you.